All right, everyone, welcome to day 3 of the 21 convention, the men's conference of the century. Now, everyone's all set. This is the very first speech of day 3, and we're getting right into things. It will help wake you up. This next man that's coming to the stage, he is going to help you turn up the volume on your communication. Please welcome your charisma coach, Marcus Oakey.
Good morning, everyone. 21 convention. I'm still trying to work out why it's a 21 convention. I was thinking maybe it's because it's in the Fibonacci sequence of numbers. You know, you've got 21, and then maybe the 21 convention is everything you wish you'd known when you were 21. I'm glad we did it at 21 and not 55, because that would be not as good. Don't squat with so much weight. My knees are killing me. I wish I'd known that. Or what's the next number? 89. Why, yes, taking my false teeth out does have more than one use. But here we are, 21 convention. Everything I'm going to tell you now is all the stuff I wish I'd known when I was 21. And what better way to start the day off than breakfast? See, for me, I teach charisma. And people don't really understand, what is charisma? What's it all about? Well, my definition is it's the ability to affect the emotions of the people you speak to in a way that wouldn't have been felt had you not been there in the first place. So in other words, it's making people feel an emotion. Now, hopefully, this breakfast that I brought to the table might be able to demonstrate that. So quick question for you. What is this? Orange. It's an orange. Okay. This is yours in one moment, sir. Thank you for stepping up. Wow. It gets better. So if we squeeze this orange, what comes out? Orange juice. Why? Because it's an orange, yeah, full of vitamin C goodness. Orange juice comes out an orange. Just like when you speak to people, the emotion that comes out of you tells them what's going on. Now, if I squeeze this and put it in a glass on the table, I'm pretty sure anyone watching could say, I'm reasonably confident that's orange juice in that glass. Would you agree? Maybe a few people might say, well, hang on, maybe it's mango juice. But the majority of us would think, yeah, orange juice comes out the orange, that looks like orange juice. And the emotions coming out of you as you talk to people tell people what's going on. Because we know that juice has come out the orange. Oh, almost got his head. We know the juice is coming out the orange is from an orange. So whatever emotion's coming out of us tells people what's going on inside of us as we speak to them. It's kind of like almost a telltale sign. So the ability to change the emotions of the people you speak to is everything. You can talk to people with no emotion, and they will not feel an emotion either. Or you can talk to people with lots of emotion, and maybe they will feel that emotion. If I want somebody to feel an emotion, the very best chance I've got of doing that, not the only chance, but the very best chance, I think, is to feel the emotion first myself. In other words, it's to go first. It's to feel that emotion, and hopefully it'll come out and affect them. So if we look back at the charismatic leaders throughout history, people say, you know, you teach charisma, what about Hitler? I have to confront that. Hitler was a very charismatic guy, very charming. You see, the thing is, two worlds exist. There's the world around you, and there's the world inside your mind. Two different worlds. And the world around you can affect what goes on in your mind, and your mind can affect the world around you. So if you take a look at the room at the moment, find something in the room you're in, whatever you're looking at was probably designed by somebody. It probably started off as an idea in their head and was brought out of their mind into the world. Does that make sense? Yeah. So all the great bridges, space stations, space rockets, even that glass on the table, started as an idea, and someone took action and made it real. So the emotions that are in your mind also get transmitted into the world around you. Hitler's ideas became part of the world around us. Now, his idea started, I'm sure, in his own mind, as very positive. You know, I'm going to make Europe a utopia. The trouble is, he was a nutcase. And he didn't make Europe a utopia. In his mind he did, he projected it out into the world, but unfortunately it affected everyone else in the world as well. And this is the point I'm trying to make here. What we put out into the world affects other people. What other people put out into the world affects you. So for me, everyone watching this, you're the world around me. Just as to you, I'm the world around you. It's the people that have control of what's going on in their own mind that are able to put emotion out there and change the world around them stronger than others. What I mean by this is, if I talk to somebody and I make them feel an emotion, I'm changing how they feel about themselves, as you all do when you talk to people. If you're happy and you talk to somebody and you put them in a really good mood, you make them feel a nice way. And that affects their thought process. And that thought process being changed affects their mind. I remember when I was younger thinking, wouldn't it be cool to be in control of people's minds? You know, I was a kid, I was power crazy. But we do it to each other all the time. All of us affect the emotions of the people we speak to. So it's just about learning how to do that. So I'm going to start by maybe saying a bit controversial. For my 2 cents, I've worked in the self-development industry for a while now. And for me, time and time again, I strongly believe now, confidence is bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Now, this is just my opinion. And everything I say to you is biased. It's just what I've experienced. Because you are your own best teachers. Not me, not anyone else who gets up on this stage and talks to you. You have to figure things out for yourself. And this is just what I figured out. Hopefully, it'll cut down some of the learning time for you guys. Some of it, you may completely disagree with. Fine. Some of it, hopefully, you'll agree with. Great. But it's just my 2 cents. So, the reason I say confidence is bullshit is this. Confidence only really works when you're having success. Now, I teach people to become better communicators. I wanted to do that because I always had that problem. I was very shy when I was younger. I couldn't get up on a stage and speak. I'd absolutely poo myself. And I took strides to improve that. Now, the one thing I found is people were saying, well, how can we learn to, you know, I always run out of things to say. That was the thing I always heard. And I thought, well, you know what? Maybe I can fix that. So on my website, yourcharismacoach.com, I made a book. And this book told people how to get brilliant conversations. If you like, download it, check it out, it's free. And it had some good techniques. For example, conversations always die when you don't move the conversation into the past or the future. If your conversation is in the present moment, it's game over, it will die. So what I mean by that is if you see somebody looking at a painting, you say, hey, that's a really nice painting. The person agrees with you and says, yeah, it's really nice. If that conversation doesn't move into the past or the future, it's dead, and you just stand there going, why did I even talk? I shouldn't have done that. But if we say, that's a really nice painting, hey, I've got an idea. You've got a big jacket. If we fit it in there, I'll meet you outside, we'll sell it on eBay and divide the profits. I've moved the conversation to the future. Of course, I've made it up and it's fun, but it's gone somewhere. Or if I look at the painting and say, damn, I bet that painting took ages to paint. No wonder he cut off his ear. It's moved it into the past. Doesn't have to make sense, but it's moved it somewhere. So conversations have to have direction. Now that's a very nice technique, but it's bullshit unless something deeper is taken care of first.